Hello and welcome to my science laboratory, which is actually my conservatory. It's a little bit cold in here today, so I've got my woolly hat on and I'm ready to do some science. Are you ready? Okay, so this time it is a comparative test. So not a fair test, we're thinking about comparing things. So a bit like here I can compare the colours. This one is pink, this one is blue, but we're going to be comparing different materials because eventually we are going to make a boat. So if you want to join in with that, you'll be able to give it a go. And we need to find out, we want our boat to float, don't we? We don't want our boat to sink. So we need to find out what would be a good material to make the boat out of. Now we can't test all the materials in the whole world or every different type of that material, but we can choose some in our house, give them a try, and think about whether it would be good to make a boat out of this or if it would not be good to make a boat out of that material. So, things you'll need if you're going to join in with me. You can do it along with me, you can watch the video, or you can just watch a little bit and then go and do your own test about floating and sinking different materials. So I've got my materials down here, so that's one thing you will need if you're going to join in. It's just a list of the materials and then it says floats or sinks. You're going to need some water and maybe a towel in case your hands get a little bit wet or you need to dry anything up, and then your materials, which I've got just here off the screen, and you'll be able to see them in a moment. Okay, so let's give it a go. Right, if you've got all your things ready, let's try this one then, the wood. Do you think this would be good to make a boat out of? This kind of wood, it's like a stick shape. What do you think? Is it going to float or sink? You can shout it out, float or sink, what do you think? Okay, let's see, here we go. Oh, look at that. What's it doing? Shout out if you know. It's floating. So I'm going to say the wood here floats. I'm ticking floats, definitely. Oh, it might be good to make my boat out of that wood. Okay, metal. Let's try this one. It's a metal spoon. You can tell it's metal. Can you describe it? It's quite shiny, isn't it? It's very hard. This kind of metal is very hard. When you tap it, it makes a noise, right? I'm pretty sure that's metal. In it goes. Floats or sinks? Sinks, right. Would it be good to make my boat out of that metal spoon? I'm thinking no. I don't want my boat to sink, so I'm going to take that metal sinks. Right, this one is made out of glass. You can tell it's pretty hard. See-through. Let's see what happens. Is it going to float or sink? Oh, look at that. What's it doing? Shout out if you know. Yes, it is floating. Right, so can we say that all glass floats? No, we haven't tested all the glass, have we? But we can say that this glass, okay, it's quite a small one, this one floats. Let's check this one out. This is a piece of fabric. What do we think? Is it going to float or sink? Let's find out. Oh, it looks like it's floating. Oh no, it's sinking, it's going down. Oh! Sinking all the way to the bottom. Would that be good for my boat? No, let's say it sinks. Yikes. Okay, and you can see, look what's happened. It's absorbed all this water. There we go. The next one, plastic. I've got a little plastic lid. Let's see, what do you think? It's floating, isn't it? Right, stick floats. Would it be good to make the boat out of that? Yeah, actually I could imagine those on the bottom of a little model boat. That would look cool. The next one, wool. Let's see. Floating. And I wonder if we left that a bit longer if it might sink, but right there in our test doing it in the same, yeah, it did look like it floated. Now my next one is a stone. Have you ever heard the expression sank like a stone? So if that's an expression, then maybe people are saying, oh, he was swimming, but he couldn't swim, he sank like a stone. What do you think is going to happen to the stone? I think it's going to sink. Should we find out? Let's have a look. Ready? Straight to the bottom. Okay, that one definitely sinks. Okay, so I've now compared all my materials. But just to demonstrate that they don't always act like this, you might like to see if you get the same results as me, but if you have different kinds of metal or different shapes, it might do something different. Like for example, This is made out of metal. This is some tin foil. And if I put it into a different shape, now the metal spoon sank, didn't it? It did sink. Let's see if this shape will sink. No. Can you see? It's floating. Can you see that, guys? It's floating on the surface. It hasn't sunk. So sometimes the shape will affect it as well, and sometimes it's the material. So have a little explore at home, see what you come up with. You might get the same as me, you might get different, and use that to help you think, would it be good to make my model boat out of this material? Okay, so that's the idea. I loved getting your pictures of the plants last time. That was really cool, and I can't wait to show you my plants in the next video and how they've grown. So if you want to send in some videos of you doing the test, that's great, or some pictures, or a picture of this, that would be lovely to see. But if you just want to do it at home and just explore it, that's absolutely fine too. Okay, have some fun with it, stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye.